For the last and final set review video, today is going to go over the 17 cards that make up Appmon. Viewers be aware that Appmon is basically where I fell off in regards to the TV series, when it came to watching Digimon. I've only seen a handful of episodes from Ghost Game and the Adventure reboot. They just weren't my cup of tea. But with 17 cards in rotation, is this a valid enough deck to play? As I discuss these cards, for this archetype, I will do my best to sprinkle the ruling aspects that I found with some judges, because boy, does Appmon introduce a lot of new rules with it. Swipemon is the last level 2 egg to go over, and of all the eggs is only useful when it comes to app monsters. Your turn once per turn when this Digimon gets linked, draw 1. Like I said, unless you link, this is your only outlet to draw. Moving to the level 3s, Gatchmon digivolves from a level 2 Digimon with Atmon and its traits or the hero trait for a cost of 0. Your turn once per turn when this Digimon gets linked. If you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 Haru Shinkai from your hand without paying the cost. Keep in mind that in order to link said Digimon, it must be linked to only an Atmon card for the cost of 1. This gives it raid and a plus 2000 DP on all turns when it's linked. Do be careful that because the inherited effect goes under the name, this means Gatchmon does not have a regular inheritable. Calendamon is a level 3 security Digimon that plays itself at the end of battle without paying the cost. Remember, you can still link from the field too, which makes it valuable that it can play itself back. Its link cost is also 1 and has a link effect of giving all of your opponent's security Digimon minus 3000 DP, in addition to that plus 2000 DP buff. Navimon is the searcher of the deck, revealing 1 card with the Appmon trait, and 1 card with the App Driver trait among them to the hand. App Driver, of course, referring to the Tamer. Again, I haven't seen too much with this anime yet, but I'm guessing there are more characters in this series, which means you have a more flexible way of searching for your Tamers, rather than going one name at a time. After searching, the remaining cards are bottom decked. The link effect is piercing, and plus 2000 DP. Watchmon has an on-play effect that until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon can't attack players. This on-play effect also occurs when you link it, and again, a plus 2000 DP buff. Shopmon is an interesting one because it not only ties to the linked monsters, but Three Musketeers as well. It can digivolve from a level 2 with the Three Musketeers in its text, or with the Atmon trait for a cost of 0. On play, by trashing 1 card with Atmon or the Three Musketeers trait, you digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. And when linking it, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less. You'll notice that with the introduction of these level 3 Digimon, we no longer have Rookie in the bottom bar right here by its name. Instead, we simply have Appmon with 4 different levels that are equivalents of our levels 3, 4, 5, and 6. Standard refers to the level 3s. Super referring to the level 4s, Ultimate being our level 5s, and God being level 6. Moving to the level 4s, you'll notice that App Fusion is a new keyword here. This Digimon requires Gatchmon, Navimon, or Tweetmon. Considering we don't have Tweetmon yet, you're going to only be able to fuse for the time being with Gatchmon and Navimon to create dogatchmon. This Digimon has Rush and Raid, and a your turn once per turn effect, when this Digimon gets linked, it may attack. You can also link this Digimon by itself to give a Digimon the ability to attack immediately. So a few things to go over here. If you have Gatchmon in play, and Navimon is linked to it, when you apply App Fusion, you would place the linked Navimon as the top Digivolution source, and then stack dogatchmon on top for a cost of 0. Keep in mind, while you could argue App Fusion is like Digicross or DNA Digivolution, after a lot of thought, it's basic Digivolution. Because if you attack with, say, a Digimon with a linked source, even if you were to App Fuse afterwards, the Digimon would remain suspended. Its position does not reset. Likewise, if you were to play, say, Gatchmon, then link a Digimon to it, then App Fuse, unless that level 4 has Rush, can you actually attack. Sociamon is the next level 4, another security Digimon that can play itself after battle without paying the cost. On play when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP until their turn ends. Combine this with its link and you could be doing a minus 4000 DP reduction. Note that this Digimon can also digivolve from any level 3 Digimon with the standard trait, i.e. that level 3 we were talking about earlier. Timemon is the blocker of the archetype and has a your turn once per turn effect, that when this Digimon gets linked, you digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Likewise, the same thing occurs when you link it. This is the next Digimon to have App Fusion, though of its 3 possible Digimon to fuse with, only Watchmon and Calendamon are the only released ones, while Savemon comes in the future. Gossipmon is the next level 4, having similar parameters as Sociamon, but returns a Digimon card with Atmon and its traits from trash to hand. Briefly, you'll also know that these level 4 Super Digimon have an increase in their link cost at 2, instead of 1. When this card is linked, you also get to return 1 Digimon card with the Atmon trait from trash to hand. For the last level 4, Scopemon dual functions as both a potential Three Musketeers and Appmon support. On play, and when digivolving, by placing one card with the Appmon, or Three Musketeers trait from your hand or trash as one of your Digimon's bottom Digi-Evolution cards, you gain 1 memory. Did I mention that this includes cards like the Three Musketeer option cards? When linking, for that 2 memory cost, you draw 2 and trash 2. Moving up from the super level, we go to the ultimate cards. Globemon is the next card with App Fusion, requiring dogatchmon and timemon for a cost of 0. Meaning if you can link your dogatchmon or your timemon with the other component and still keep turn, you can then go into this guy for 0 memory. On play and when digivolving, you may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards to this Digimon without paying cost. Your turn, once per turn when this Digimon gets linked, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. There are a few rulings here to go over. How many cards can you link to a specific Digimon? First off, all Atmon Digimon have a link limit of 1. Once the link limit is reached, you can choose to link a different card, but the existing link will be trashed. So if you already have an existing link card, you can link a different Digimon at the expense of trashing the other. Moving to Charismon, this Digimon has an app fusion of sociamon and gossipmon for a cost of 0. It also has blocker and could just digivolve from a super level Atmon of any color for a cost of 4. On play and when digivolving, you may link one level 4 or lower card from your trash or this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards without paying the cost. Additionally, your turn, once per turn when this Digimon gets linked, give one of your opponent's Digimon start of main, this Digimon must attack. A taunt and a potential for you to block with a 10 or 11,000 body? Huge. Remember, because of the fact that you could link a level 4 or lower, most of these Digimon have a plus 3000 DP buff. This Digimon also has a link effect providing protection, trashing its link component in order to maintain your Digimon in play. And the last level 5 of course goes to Saddleamon, another Three Musketeers trait related Digimon. On play and when digivolving by placing one Atmon, or Three Musketeers trait card from your hand or trashes any of your Digimon's bottom Digi-Evolution card, until your opponent's turn ends, their effects can't return that Digimon to hand or dex or affected with D-Digivolve. Also when attacking and when digivolving, once per turn by trashing one card with Atmon or Three Musketeers trait from this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards, you D-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. As for linking, you delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Honestly, it's interesting that Atmon also supports Three Musketeers, but is it enough to elevate it to a more competitive deck? I still don't think so. The last Digimon for this set review goes to the single god-level Digimon, Gaiamon. Not to be confused with Gaiamon, this Digimon can app fuse with globemon and charismon for a cost of 0. It has blocker and link plus 1. This is the only Digimon that has the ability to not have 1 link, but 2. When digivolving and when attacking, you may link one Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand or this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards without paying the cost. When it's linked with a card, once per turn you can unsuspend this Digimon and trash your opponent's top security card. The only downside is, conventional Digimon that provide inheritable security tech plus 1 won't work, and Tamer effects like Taikamiya would whiff because linking isn't the same as a source. On the bright side, you still have option cards. Winding down to the last 2 cards, Haru Shinkai is the memory fixer, and when your Digimon is linked, by suspending this Tamer, you draw 1. Then one of your Digimon may app fuse into a Digimon card in your hand. This gives you some flexibility to climb up your chain fully before the turn ends, considering you might link, and then the turn's immediately over. But because of this, with Haru Shinkai you could throw out gatchmon, then link it with navimon to use Haru to app fuse into dogatchmon. Last but not least, App Link is the option for this archetype, and its color requirements can be ignored if you have an Appmon trait Digimon or Tamer in play. It reveals 3, adds 1 with the Appmon or App Driver trait to its hand, and then trashes the rest. Then places itself into the battle area. End of your turn delay, you may link 1 card with one of your Digimon without paying the cost. This ties up loose ends with dogatchmon, as now you could link something to it, buff it, and then simultaneously attack. Considering you could link, say, globemon, that puts dogatchmon at a reasonable 10,000 DP stat line. And again, to give you as much information as possible, it's important to understand that with Appmon Digimon, there are quite a few rules. First, you link using a Digimon card in the hand or battle area, and paying its link cost to tuck it under explicitly an Appmon trait Digimon. The card is rotated 90 degrees and then stacked to the side. These DP buffs are on both players' turn, and the link effects are also active. When you link a different card to an Appmon Digimon that already has a link, the existing one is trashed and the new one is placed at the bottom. All Appmon Digimon have a limit of 1 link at a time, unless of course you have a keyword that circumvents this. Keep in mind these are separate sources, so against cards that gain advantage on having fewer sources, or preventing you from, say, suspending, it really hurts as link cards do not count as Digivolution sources. The cards themselves also aren't considered to be in the battle area. Last but not least, if your Appmon Digimon is de-Digivolved into, say, a Digimon that no longer is an Appmon trait card, the link card falls off because it no longer meets the requirement. Man, is Digimon getting closer and closer to items each set? Because linking feels like Magic the Gathering equipping. But all in all, this video had a lot of information for even me to digest, because I just don't have that much familiarity with the series. While the limitations of sources might be something that pushes it out of a lot of competitive standing, due to Galaxy running Hexablaumon, I do like that Bandai offers more and more sets that gives players an opportunity to build decks by just buying a single core set. And with a 17 card pool to build from, this does give you 68 cards to tinker with on ratios, unless you're using other options as well. What did you like most about Appmon, and do you see yourself building it? Let me know, because after concluding set review for BT21, I have one major concern for the BT21 set. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.